This is a quick video about ranging your weapons. If you've already identified how far away the target is, see our other short video, then you're going to need to make sure that you're adjusting your fire accordingly in order to hit them. Not all, but the vast majority of weapons are ranged for 200 meters. So if I aim right at that target, and I am a terrible shot, don't hold this against me, I should be, if I didn't suck, I'd be actually hitting those guys. Because they're within 200 meters. Yeah, I got that one, alright? But if I'm shooting at one of those things way farther off, I'm going to be missing my shots because the bullets are just going to drop. Different weapons have different solutions to this problem. With some weapons, you just need to adjust your aim higher, and they have tools that'll show you how to do that, but some weapons have to be ranged. This is the standard Ironsights US rifle. You'll notice this wheel on the left-hand side with different numbers on it. That is the ranger. So if I hold down the X as an X-ray key on my keyboard and use the scroll wheel, you can see that the range on my weapon adjusts. So I can set the range, and now if I fire at a target 400 meters out, that's what I should be hitting. And if I fire at a target 100 meters out, my shots might miss because they're automatically arcing over it. One thing to note is that if you die and respawn, sometimes these weapon settings will preserve themselves. So whenever you're using a weapon that has ranging, always make sure that you adjust it back to normal. Most important example of this is AT kits. Most anti-tank kits include ranging because you're going to be taking anti-tank engagements at a very long distance. So if I pull out the AT kit right here for the US, this is the light anti-tank, the LAT, and I aim at that target 200 meters out, you'll see my ranging. Here's 100 meter ranging, 200 meter ranging, 500 meter ranging. If I fire at this thing at 500 meter ranging, it's going to go flying right over. Yep, I hit the sign above it. So always make sure, especially with AT kits, but with a lot of other kits and some vehicles, that you adjust your ranging. On weapons that don't have ranging like that, they usually have a grid on the scope that's going to help you hit your target. So I'll just go ahead and pick a scoped rifle for the US. Now when I aim, I've got a little rangefinder at the bottom. This US one's kind of hard to see, but you've got various lines. So my default ranging should be 200 meters. Yep. But if I aim at this 400 meter target, nothing done. I'm going to line it up with the 4 on my scope. Again, kind of hard to see on this one. Now I got my target. And if I want to hit, okay, there's nobody at 600 meters, but there's a line between 4 and 6. So if I catch my breath and then pause and line up the shot and fire. Yeah, that one I missed because I'm just terrible. Okay, yeah, there you go. So you just line up your shot with whatever the distance is on your weapon. Here I am in the Bradley, the US Infantry Fighting Vehicle IFV. Notice I've got a handy dandy rangefinder and nice big bright red numbers at the bottom of my screen. And when I zoom in, I get this useful scope. So now I know, how many layers? I have 1 layer of zoom. So now I know, okay, that target is 500 meters out. This line right here is for 400 meters. So I probably want to shoot maybe just above that line in order to hit this thing. Got one. Also, I kind of have to aim off to the side, but you know. And then if I want to hit this target at 400 meters, I'm going to aim right here. And then if I want to hit this target, you can see the Bradley has way better ranges on it. So if I want to hit a bad boy at a kilometer, you'll also see that I've got a couple different things on the left-hand side and the right-hand side. One is labeled HE and one's labeled AP. So right now I'm using the armor-piercing Sabo rounds. So I want to make sure I'm using the right-hand side ranging. So if that target is at 1250, yeah, you can see I'm going to have to do a little bit of tweaking in order to get it exactly where I want it. And it's also going to be a lot easier for me to hit that vehicle than it is going to be for me to hit an infantry target, because that's not what this thing is designed to do. And then if I want to switch to a target that's 1,000 meters away, I'm gonna be somewhere in between here. Dirt. There we go. Sparks, I'm hitting the wreck. So these range finding devices are super helpful. Some vehicles, again, actually have ranging where you hold down X and use the scroll wheel, but most of the time you're just going to be using one of these fancy doohickeys.